All right, let's get into something pretty wild. I want you to think about a crazy what-if scenario. What if the biggest life support system on our entire planet just, shut down?
So, picture this. You're on a beach, it's quiet, you can hear the waves, feel the sun. The ocean looks, well, it looks normal. Calm, huge, full of life. It's a peaceful moment, right?
But then, in an instant, something happens. Something you can't see. A fundamental rule of biology on Earth just breaks. No Big Bang, no warning sign, nothing. Poof! Just like that, it's gone. Every single drop of oxygen in the ocean vanishes. And from where you're standing on the sand, you wouldn't notice a thing. But under those waves, a catastrophe of unimaginable scale is kicking off.
Okay, so what's the first domino to fall? Let's go beneath the surface and see the immediate aftermath. This is the silent collapse.
And what's just shocking is how fast this all happens. I mean, we're talking minutes, and small fish are literally suffocating. A few hours go by, and the big guys, the sharks, the tuna, they're gone too. Entire schools just stop moving. And within days, those beautiful, vibrant coral reefs that turn into these stark, white, underwater graveyards.
But you know what might be the creepiest part of all this? The silence. The constant buzz of life on the ocean floor. It just stops. Gone. A world that covers 70% of our planet is now completely, utterly silent.
But here's the thing about nature. It hates a vacuum. Just because one form of life ends doesn't mean it's all over. Oh no, it just creates an opening for something else to take over. And what takes over is, well, it's not what you'd expect. So say hello to the new kings of the sea, anaerobic bacteria. These little guys are ancient. They don't need oxygen to live. In fact, for a lot of them, oxygen is straight up toxic. So this new oxygen-free world, it's paradise for them. And with nothing to stop them, they just explode.
But there's a catch. As they multiply and feast on all the dead stuff from the old ocean, they start releasing something, a byproduct. A dangerous gas starts bubbling up through the water.
And that gas is hydrogen sulfide. Yeah, you know the one. It's that awful, rotten egg smell. And it is incredibly poisonous to anything that breathes oxygen. So now the ocean isn't just empty, it's actively turning into a giant toxic soup.
So for a little while, all of this has been happening under the waves, totally out of sight, out of mind. But that's not going to last. This crisis is about to breach the surface, and it's coming for our world.
So what does this mean for us on land? Well, first, you'd smell it. That hydrogen sulfide gas starts seeping out of the water, and the smell would be overwhelming. Then it gets dangerous. Breathing that air becomes a real problem, and then it becomes deadly. We're talking about abandoning entire coastal cities. Think about it. New York, London, Tokyo, just empty.
And this isn't just a coastal problem. The effects go global. See, here's something we tend to forget, and it's absolutely crucial. The ocean is basically a giant factory for the very air we breathe. It's not just trees. Tiny little organisms, phytoplankton, they pump out over half the oxygen on this planet.
Just let that sink in for a second. More than half. That means more than 1 of every 2 breaths you take comes from the ocean. And that ocean is now dead. Those phytoplankton are gone. The planet's main oxygen supply has just been switched off. And the dominoes just keep falling. The global fishing industry, it doesn't just decline, it collapses. Overnight. Gone. Millions of people who depend on the ocean for food are now facing starvation. The entire food web of the planet is shattered. And on top of all that, the oxygen level in our atmosphere starts a slow, terrifying decline.
But let's go back to the ocean itself for a minute. Is it just an empty, lifeless void now? Not exactly. It's not empty, it's transformed. It's becoming something else entirely. Something new. Something alien.
So here's a crazy question. Does everything die? In this absolute nightmare scenario, is there anything left at all? And you know what's wild? The answer is no, not everything dies.
Way down in the deepest, darkest parts of the ocean, we're talking the trenches, there are creatures that are already used to insane pressure and almost no oxygen. For them, not much has changed. But now, all their predators from the sunny world above are gone.
They have the whole place to themselves. They are free to evolve, to multiply, to become the new masters of this strange new ocean. And this is the final, terrifying transformation. The ocean we knew, the blue, life-giving, familiar one, is gone. In its place is something dark, something dangerous, a completely alien world ruled by creatures we can barely comprehend.
And the craziest part of this whole thing, this entire planet-altering cascade of disasters, it all started with something you couldn't even see, a single silent change.
The disappearance of a single molecule, oxygen. It's a pretty sobering thought, isn't it? It just goes to show how fragile all the systems that keep us alive really are. One little invisible thing changes and our entire world transforms. It really makes you wonder, what other invisible threads are holding our world together right now?